Hello, welcome to round 8 of Battle Royale. This is the last round, aptly named Epic Apex. So a couple things you're going to need for this workout today is a kettlebell, light medium weight, and if you have them, Jenga blocks are great, but not everybody keeps a set of Jenga around. So 4 evenly cut pieces of paper, fold it lengthwise. And these will be your tools. We'll go over that as we get this going. And like all workouts, I don't post a warm-up with this. That's already in another video. So do that as you like, but get warmed up, get ready to rock and roll. We'll get this workout going and we will be using these shortly. So those are fantastic ways to just torture the body. So it's kind of a two-part, as I call ascents. You can do this one of two ways, which is one, work through the Ascent I, which is body weight. So there's 3 exercises there. So you're gonna have your beast to lunge, or body weight squat jumps, and what I call Jenga, or 4 corners, hence the paper there, 4 corners. And you'll do that. Each one's 5 times. And then you're going to go 5 rounds. So and we'll go through all this stuff so it makes a little bit more sense, because sometimes I write this out and it doesn't make sense. But I'm crazy like that. So that's what it is. And then the Ascent II is kettlebell action. So it's a negative ladder. So we're starting at 5 reps, 4, 3, 2, down to 1 with each action. You'll do that 5 times per side, change sides 5 times there, and that is the workout. So sounds pretty simple. Maybe it's simple, I don't know. We'll find out when I put this together, when I do this. So we'll see how this works out. All right, so getting started, beast. Move this to the side here so you can hopefully see everything. The beast is down in all fours, knees are off the ground, and your hips are able to come back, or your butt's able to come back to the ground. So you come up and back. That is the beast. So we're going from beast to a lunge. So you here, hand comes back at the same time, and you step back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way, and we go into our body weight squat jumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, jumping is not in your wheelhouse, not a problem. Modify just an explosive squat there. Way too easy. Then grab our 4 sheets of paper or our Jenga blocks. However you hold them, doesn't matter. We're gonna stay with that same leg we're doing in that lunge. Stand on 1 foot. The objective here, set all 4 down and pick all 4 up while the leg does not, the second leg or the up leg does not touch the ground. Now, challenge here, I'm not used to using paper, is to go back and do this on that same leg 5 times. This is from our buddy Jimmy. He loves pork rinds. Silly story there. First time we did this in my class, I had my bag of Jenga blocks And please comment below if you think that looks like some pork rinds. I guess if you're hungry and it's late and you're wondering, hey, you know what? This dude brought some snacks. This is awesome. Maybe it looks like pork rinds. We'll go through. Again, goal is to keep that leg from touching. As you can see, I have failed that miserably. Also, with the paper folded, if it tips over, it's a little easier to pick up. But whatever. All right, and then time to get through 5 rounds. That leg is exhausted. And again, go right into the other part, or for me, what I'm going to do is go right back through and continue this left leg of mine for 4 more rounds and get this party started. So that's what it is. Very simple. Again, modification, powerful. You can hit the toes. For that squat, let me get my blocks out. Kind of like using these a little bit better. Same thing, right? So set it down, try not to fall. Your hip is going to cramp, it's going to get tired. Doesn't matter which hand you use. You're all about just getting in and out. So if you notice, I'm only picking up 1 at a time and placing 1 at a time. This is not like jacks. We're old school, right? For those, you know, old enough to remember jacks, they'll remember drop the ball, scoop up as many as you can, and that's a great thing. This is all about the slow, methodical torture, if you will. Shake it out as needed and keep the party going. Goal here is that get that hip nice and tired. Work on that core strength, that balance. I love you, Linda. This is for you. I can see you rolling your eyes already. That's all right. Because Amy wanted to work the big toe. So here you go. We'll call this Jimmy's birthday workout. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Comment below. Give a shout out for the birthday boy. It's a day late, but that's all right. Not $1 short. So last round here, I don't know, I've lost count because I'm trying to tell stories to make the pain go away. As you see, I keep setting that leg down because that leg is exhausted. But those little taps still count out. What you'll find is that leg will get exhausted on purpose. But more so, that foot, trying to create that balance, crush those toes to the ground, do all those little things. So find what's comfortable. Reduce. If you need to modify, maybe you don't do 5 times through, maybe you do once. It's okay. Let's go through our 3rd round here. My left leg has already gained about 1 inch in diameter from just this warm-up, or not even a warm-up, this Ascent. Wrist pain. So, back at it. Good. Knees are not touching the ground on purpose. So, same thing. I'll go back to the paper. Why not? Or maybe it's empty water bottles. Doesn't matter. The goal here is just, taking something simple, something creative to be able to do this workout because, I like simplicity in my workouts. Now, if you want to increase your capabilities, make this go 4 corners around you. It's easier for me with these blocks. Granted, they're smaller. Let's see if my leg's not too tired. But another challenge for you here. Find 4 corners. So again, if your foot was inside of a box, identify those 4 corners with your whatever object you're using to put down and pick up. Again, the goal there is that your foot does not touch the ground like mine keeps doing. But at this point, it's all to whatever you can make it work. Yep, I'm tired. So, get it going. We're gonna move on to the other side. Get that going. You don't want to see me do this for the next 30 minutes. It is gonna be exhausting, it's gonna be boring, and like absolutely pointless, I'm sure. So, same thing. I'll go from the front so you can kind of see what it looks like with that beast. So, we're here, again, knees off the ground. Come with the other leg. All right, let's get through another round. Same thing. All right, again, hit those toes. It's a great modification. It's all about building that fatigue in the leg. We're gonna go to upper body here in just a moment. So enjoy the life, the love, and that pursuit of tiredness. Again, if you want to find different ways to set these things down and pick them up, or maybe you already set them up and you just pick them up. That can happen too. Again, each of us has different level of balance and control. Find what works. So maybe you come over here and stack them up. So this way you can stand here and just pick them up one by one. Everything works. Either way, however you do it, you will feel the burn. And I'm not talking politics. I know, dad joke, work with me. Now the upgrade to these blocks, as you guys know, is to stack them. Because it only makes it easier, right? And then you put 2 feet down, you stack it up, and then you stand on 1 foot like you did it that way on purpose. All right, so last time through this, we're gonna move on and get this party started. So, same thing, start from the top. Legs are on fire. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. So that squat jump is not about trying to jump through the building. All it is about getting those legs active, creating that balance, that fire in the leg. You're gonna have a good break for that as we go to the next ascent and hit that apex. All right. I don't know where I come up with these names. Hopefully they're entertaining to you as much as they're entertaining to me. But go back through this real quick. And there. So, if you haven't figured out yet, this is a lot of core control here. So you should be hinging at the hip. When you sit down and pick up these blocks. Let the other leg stabilize you. Not looking for injuries. Just looking to work the body. So we're going to move on and go to the second ascent. So it's a kind of a long kettlebell flow with multiple movements. So one progresses to the next. That's okay. Works. Find what works for you. If you do it individually, hey, it works. The goal, as I wrote it, is that you work one side for 5 rounds and then you work the other side for 5 rounds. I will not bore you with an hour-and-a-half video, plus it'll take me about 4 hours to upload this darn thing. So I'll go through this probably like twice on each side and get that going and give you some cues throughout the process. So with that said, let's get this party started. These are all from a dead stop, meaning that the dead stop again. Bell is on the ground when you're making these pulls and these movements. So this way, it's always the same starting position. Again, we're trying to create that power. So with the row, it's 5. 1, 2, 3. And high pull. Mess that up. It's supposed to be 4. 3 deadlift. Now, this third one is where we transition to a single leg deadlift. So once we get to the top, we're going to a single leg action. Opposite. Up. Down. And this one, we're going into a clean with a high knee from this position. So you're here, it's all about core stability. Find what works for you. If you have that kickstand back there, not a problem. We'll show you that in the next side. Boom, here. And we go into a lunge. Boom. Lunge. And from here, it's a press. Boom. Beautiful thing. Go into a windmill. It's all about core control. This is not about speed. Now do the same thing from the side. You get a different perspective and you see what's going on here. Again, it's more control than it is speed. Speed is fantastic. It'll win a race. Speed in this workout will create injury, and we don't need injury. So let's take our time. Let's make sure we're doing things in a very safe, informed manner, looking at our posture the entire time. So again, with a row, hips are back, legs are tight, slight bend in the knee, get a nice firm grip. Really hate that concrete sound I probably should put something down so that it doesn't do that, but whatever. High pull. From here, it's a deadlift. Hips. It's all about the hips. Weight is centered between the feet, and that's what we're working on. So, on that third one here, again, we make that adjustment. We're going single leg. So, kickstand. Back foot is touching the ground, keeping that balance, and we're doing that deadlift. One, and for the second one again, notice back is straight. We're going here to a clean with a high knee. Nice. Lunge once. Lunge twice. To a press. And then we're going into that windmill side. It's all in the hip. It's all about the hinge. Right, so we're not looking for a round back. So we're not doing this thing, you know, or this here. It's letting that hip work, sticking that hip out, creating a nice straight leg with that hip as we go in the control. So the depth in which you go is irrelevant to how you feel. So you should feel that pull here, and you should feel it get tight through the core and in that hip. Once you get to that tightness, that's when you stop. It is not about touching the ground. No one cares about that. You touch the ground and you don't have that mobility, you will get injured. Again, we don't want injuries. So let's go to the other side, get this going. Same thing, rows, because kettlebells crashing on concrete drive me nuts. Granted, it's my kettlebell, but still, I don't need to tear up this driveway, this beautiful rental. So, nick it out for a nickel. Going into high pull for 4. So a high pull is a great preparation for a snatch. So it's all the dynamics. That high elbow is there so that you can have that transition. You're creating that momentum so that your hand can get under the kettlebell and you can get into that snatch. That's the point and purpose of a high pull. For me, that's how I like to use it. And so that this way, as you get into snatch and you increase weight, this high pull is really going to help that development. Going into deadlift for 3. Kettlebell, the weight is between my feet. I've lost track of where I'm at. So, again, single leg deadlift, foot kicked back on the ground, or you can go here. 1. Oops. Messed that up, huh? Those of you with a clean. 1, 2. I should have had that in there with it. And I also forgot my press. So that second one, come back, press. This leg without the weight over it points out 45 degrees. That hip with the weight over it is designed, or should be, at about complete vertical. We're looking at the weight. We're coming down, slight bend in that knee with your hand tracing. Again, you're looking for the feeling in the body. Don't worry about what the weight is doing or what your hand is doing or touching. It's about that stretch that you feel. That's going to make the difference. Listen to your body. Your body will give you all the right answers. If you do what someone else can do, you risk injury, because you don't know what their level of fitness or mobility is, and it might not be match yours. So be aware of those things. All right, so from the side, again, row, again, neutral back, Weight is in the legs, it's in the hips. We're here, and we're going for 5. Pulling straight up. Now again, so you'll notice there'll be a nice high elbow for that high pull. So this is not something you can do slowly. It's got to be very deliberate, very a very deliberate action so that you're pulling through. If you try to do it slowly, the kettlebell will win every single time, regardless how light it is, because it's at the dead end of your hand and it has weight to it. Your shoulder cannot take that, so you have to control the weight with the momentum and the activation of the back and the lats. So, same thing here. You know, if you're doing this correctly, if that bell is in line with the elbow. So if you come up and the bell is low, like this, you're going way too slow. Or it's too heavy, but more than likely it's too slow, plus too heavy, it's not gonna work for you. So if you show up and you do this thing, you're trying to do a high pull, you're doing that, no bueno, right? So it is all about boom, boom. Let the legs do some of the heavy lifting, power through before you get to the hip, and that momentum will carry and bring it back down. So going to the deadlift. Again, kettlebell and the weight is between my feet, close to the center, the center line of my body, so that I can maintain control of it and keep the weight off the low back. We're going for 3. Now we go right into that deadlift with the clean. So, oops, thinking about my deadlift and not my clean. All right, so here to boom. Now, here's with the kickstand. So here, to up, do that lunge. So I'm separating them on purpose. Not really, but I am. I'm going to tell you I am. But because sometimes it's hard to create 2 actions like that if you don't have that balance. So it's easier to do them separately and build into a deliberate action. Again, hinge. So that itself is the workout. You're gonna do 5 on each side, change sides. You're gonna know you got it right because your hips, like Shakira, do not lie, and they'll be exhausted. Your legs will be exhausted. You'll get some feeling and fiery in the back. Get you rocking and rolling. So this ends the Battle Royale series with our epic Apex. Thank you for enjoying this workout. The next series is gonna start next week, called Time Crisis. So, where do I come up with these crazy ass names? So the name is based on what's gonna go on with the workout. The next series of workouts is all time based. So you're gonna find things like every minute on the minute or EMOM, AMRAPs. You're gonna find Tabatas, anything that's geared around time. So it's more time based, building back into that more cardio aspect that I've talked about before, so that we can get more cardio in there. Again, we're kind of isolated, contained over here playing in the world of the garage, but you know, a little bit faster movement, time-based movement will change the dynamic of the workout. Also with the lighter kettlebells, it's going to give you a little bit more to go with and get that heart rate going. So if you don't want to go outside and run, this guy doesn't want to go outside and run, that will give you something to work with and get that heart rate going for that 20-30 minute, you know, of the workout. So like always, please comment, let me know how you like the workout, and thanks for tuning in to Strength and Heart Fitness. Enjoy. Thank you.